Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Court of Swords, episode. I don't know what episode, 106 or something like that. We'll figure it out.
It is 106.
See,
it is
I just pull numbers out of my ass
episode
and it makes sense.
106.
Yeah, the 106 episode. That's what we're on.
106.
The 106th. That's all I got.
106.
What do you guys want to talk about? I don't have. I didn't bring anything show and tell. I ain't got nothing prepared. It's all y'all from here on out.
You got kitties though. Kitties were doing stuff.
Yeah, one of them got chased away. And now Neville's just licking his ass. So we're not streaming under IRL. So I don't want to stream it. You know,
Right.
we're under we got some rules here in the D&D world. So, yeah.
Sure.
We have lots of rules, actually.
Yeah. What are those rules,
about
Max? What are some of the rules we have here in the D&D world?
You respect your GM, DM. Fuck, it's DM, not GM. Damn it, Max.
You can't even remember what it's called, Max. We're already at negative points.
Adam's just like, whatever. I don't care. Respect me. Don't respect me. You still got to follow my rules.
I don't need your respect. It's fine.
He doesn't need your respect.
So, how are you guys?
I'm doing well, Max. Thank you for asking. What are you drinking there? What type of coffee is that?
I'm just wondering if that's how he got through high school. It was like, let me just change the subject completely and forget. I hope you forgot you asked me something.
Yeah, no, this is a Starbucks iced vanilla latte venti. I used to get the caramel iced caramel macchiato, but they started fucking it up a lot, and I was like, all right, you guys can't make this drink. I'm just gonna go with the basics.
Well, how were they fucking? Were they putting too much syrup in it?
The ratio was all off. Yeah, it was either too little. Mainly, it was too little like sweetness. They just had it like super bitter, which was that's not why I'm ordering this drink. If I wanted bitter, I would just order straight up espresso.
we were making coffee. I think it was yesterday morning. By we, I mean Aaron. I hadn't gotten fully out of bed yet. I was still half asleep, and I hear basically what sounds like a helicopter coming from the kitchen because the coffee machine has decided to spin at 1 billion RPM. I have no idea why. And now, for 3 coffees that I've made, they've all had coffee grounds in them. I don't know why. I don't know how that happens.
What machine is it? Like
It's
the
an
Nespresso thing that Dan
espresso.
has?
Yeah,
That's
the
supposed
Nespresso
to
that Dan
be
has, exactly.
high quality. That's George Clooney back in that.
I
shit.
know, it's George Clooney coffee, and this is some fucking like Jim Carrey post Liar coffee right now. It's all fucked up. It's all wild. It's all jack. I don't understand. There's coffee grounds in my coffee. It doesn't taste good.
Billionaire George Clooney, who owns a tequila brand all over the world, is behind that brand. So what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. I need to message Mr. Clooney
Come
and
up. These people up.
yeah, I'll have to message him. Hit him up. Dan, has your Nespresso ever done that? Spun like really, really high RPM?
No, sounds like it's breaking or broken.
God damn it. Have you ever dented any of the pods that you put in there? Because that's what I was thinking occurred was when I was like taking you know how they come in the package and you have to like kind of pinch them out of the package and sometimes you put a dent in the side. I was thinking I did that and it was too dented.
Yeah, if you like manhandle them, maybe. I've never.
Dan, I
done
ain't
that
got time
myself,
to
but-
sit there and pristinely take each pot. I just like
God,
slam
how the
them out.
fuck?
I take a knife and I just go straight down like it's a corn on the cob and get them into the goddamn coffee pot. That's how it works. That's how it goes.
I got shit to do.
I got shit to do. Exactly. 100%.
I got a question for you guys. Do you suffer from dry face skin?
I
It's a
moisturize
really
this shit,
weird way to
baby.
say dry skin. Dry face skin. Do you have
Dry
dry, face?
face. Yo, you got that dry face? This dry face, motherfucker.
What is dry?
I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. Your face is too dry. I'm afraid you might light on fire.
You
Take your
don't
peeling face,
moisturize.
make sure you-
Is that what you're saying?
King Ramses looking Tutankhamun mummy face off my stream. Get out of here.
Jesus, that might be offensive to someone. Mummies, I guess.
I asked this
Mummies,
I
yeah.
asked this
Exactly.
because-
Ancient dead Egyptian royalty.
before every show. I usually am doing like a shower, like taking a shower real quick, or in the morning, or whatever.
Yeah.
The morning. Isn't
Yeah,
that cute?
we know you. The morning to you is 3 p.m.
Yeah. So when I get out of the shower, like, you know, if I don't remember to put on moisturizer, my face is just like fucking desert, and it just feels like,
I think
That's
that's
what I got
a
going
result
on
of
right
where
now.
you live.
No. It's absolutely, it was worse in the winter. Like,
Yeah.
It's because of the cold months. Like it wouldn't be like this as bad. I still have dry skin normally, but during the winter, it's like it hurts. You know what I mean? Like I can feel like the itchiness or whatever that's associated with that. And then, people always say like, well, make sure you take cold showers. No,
Wait,
I would rather die than take cold showers. I want to be comfortable in the shower.
What
Get out of here with
this
your
isn't
cold
the
showers.
4-hour body cold shower. What the? Who takes cold showers?
That's what people say. They're like, well, at least make it like lukewarm or cold. I'm like, no.
No.
Why am I alive if I can't enjoy a nice
I bought
warm
a
hot
stupid
shower?
expensive thing that's 105 degrees. No matter when I'm getting in the shower, it tells me that it's 105 every time, and it'll never go lower than that. Why would I ever take a cold shower? It's a complete waste of time. Doesn't do anything.
That's what I got going on though.
Yeah,
I got dry face right now.
you got to moisturize. You got to get
Well, I do normally. I want to go grab that before we start the show proper. But I didn't want to miss this wonderful conversation.
I know. No, I'm glad. I'm glad you're here for this. Because so far, me and you are carrying it. The other three are just, they're not in tune.
This is why we did Tex-Mex.
I know.
Talk about nothing.
We can essentially talk about absolutely nothing. It's true. It's true.
Also, I switched up to a banana loaf bread
Ooh.
because the cheese, it's thick. Look at this motherfucker. Look at that. That's a thick loaf.
It's a fucking
Because of the cheese Danish at Starbucks is kind of sucky. So I switched it over to the banana nut loaf.
Do you like the Starbucks breakfast sandwiches?
I do, but I wouldn't get them like as like a first choice. As like hey, I'm getting coffee and I need something, in the morning. Some of them are pretty good.
I don't
Not
know
bad.
if it's the sugar content within a Starbucks coffee and the syrup that they use mixed with the grease of a sandwich, or if it's just the sandwich itself. But every time I get one of the sandwiches, without fail, I feel sick to my stomach afterwards.
Which one are you getting?
The bacon cheddar thing, sausage, maybe sausage cheddar. I don't know,
Cheddar.
something like that.
Sausage cheddar bacon biscuit.
Something
That's
like
McDonald's.
that. Yeah. No, that's
You're
not
at
it.
McDonald's.
No, it's the one that's
Yeah, I know
basically
you're
like
talking about it
a
now.
sausage. It's like a sausage and egg McMuffin, but from
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without fail. It's
Never
just
really,
that.
never really bothered me. Amanda every now and then will get the one that's like country biscuit gravy, whatever the fuck. I'm like, why are you getting that? It's a Starbucks.
Yeah. That's a little rough.
But she likes it. It's actually their sandwiches are better than they should be for what they are. I guess for a lot of them, I like the spicy chorizo sandwich they have there.
yeah.
Not bad. I'm not gonna shame them. I'm already paying overpriced for everything there, so it's like, hey, I'm not gonna go home and make this sandwich myself. So yeah, here's some
Well,
money,
that's true.
here's some money. Take it.
Have you ever been to a Bob Evans, by the way, for breakfast, Max? Do you know what a Bob Evans is? You do. Is that
Yes, but I think a long time ago, so I don't really remember much about it.
okay? I went to a Bob Evans today. They were all right. It's first time
The
being there.
Midwest thing, isn't it?
I think. I
sure?
don't know. I don't know much about.
I've never seen a Bob Evans anywhere else
Yeah.
or heard of it.
I haven't either. Bob Evans. Is that somewhere on the? You guys are all West Coast ish, kind of up and
We
down.
had them in Ohio. They're a big chain.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is he related to Tim Horton? Because I've never heard of that
it
before.
might be cousins. You never know.
What about Kenny Rogers? Like Kenny Rogers Roasters?
Wait, does Kenny Rogers have a breakfast spot you can go to?
Nah, chicken spot. But
No, it's like a fried
Yeah,
chicken
whatever.
joint. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
yeah.
Yep.
Kenny Rogers Roasters. Yeah, they had a Seinfeld episode about it.
Huh? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they had a
Uh,
big old
there is
like,
no-
red
there is
sign
no-
across the way. Yeah.
Apparently, there's no Bob Evans within 100 miles of me.
Well,
And there you go.
Yeah, evidently.
I mean, you're in Canada too, so
I typed in Seattle, and it's
Oh,
like
shit.
no, there's no
think
Bob
it's a
anywhere
Midwest
near your
thing.
ass.
must be a Midwest.
I'm pretty sure
thing,
it's a
yeah.
Midwest thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Y'all.
It's pretty good. Max, go get your moisturizer. We're gonna see how much Zeke can talk about things
All right, I'll be back.
when we have nothing to talk about.
I can't talk right now.
That's what I know. We're
This-
going to you
this-
because you're drafted.
This battle is going on longer than it should have.
What are you battling?
Nothing. Nobody. Shut up.
Is this Magic or Auto Chess?
This is auto chess.
Oh man, I had to uninstall.
Oh, I got in, and I got in bad.
I had
Like,
to
I'm not gonna
uninstall.
stream it. I don't stream my addictions. Like I'll stream the first when I started up Magic, I streamed the first couple of hours, and same what auto chess I learned, and then I went. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take another look at that, and I went 6 hours later. It's like, fucking idiot.
Man,
What's wrong with you? No Magic. I was like, Magic what? Magic who? I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
Wow.
That's so far in the fucking past now.
I had to get out because the RNG was just pissing me off too much. Like
See, but
I'd
you
sit
can hedge
there
your
on
bets
like,
against it though. Like I learned
Well,
how
yeah.
to do that a little bit.
but I
yeah.
would sit there on like turn 25, and it's like I need one more fucking guy, and I'll get a 2-3. Oh, Turn 30, still ain't got it. Oh, I'm out of the game. All right, well, let's continue. We'll get into the next one. Oh shit, I got 4 enchantresses by turn 6. Fucking enchantress sucks past turn 15. Let's just lose the game. So, what's your rank?
Let's go ahead and lose the game. What's that?
What's your rank? What are you ranked up to?
Night 1, I think.
Okay,
Is what it says by my name.
I got to night 6, and then I stopped. I went from pawn 8 to night 6 in like one stream, and then I quit.
Yeah, I was gonna say like night 1 doesn't sound right. I was higher than that, but it goes the opposite way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're enjoying the auto chest though. I'll leave you to it. Well, before I do, what are you working with right now? What's on the board? What's the combo?
Dude, I'm going noob combo. Like it's like Warrior 6 for those of you guys.
Yeah.
Warrior 6 to Warrior 9 for those of you guys who know what the fuck's going on. It's just the easiest combo to make. And it's fucking tough, dude. It's powerful.
Yeah.
If you can get the right cards, I mean, it's good night, moon. What the fuck are you saying? No, right though? But like what? What am I supposed to say? I don't know. What do most people say?
When?
I don't know.
When? Give me some context here. What do most people say when?
Yeah, what?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of something. God damn it! And someone can take me. Like
Today on Zeke tries to talk while doing something else.
I'm the worst. Like I cannot talk to anybody in a sports bar because I don't much give a shit about sports. But if there's a TV on behind you, I'm looking at that and I'm hearing half to 75% of what you're saying, and I apologize.
Understood. Good luck in the game. Dan, what's been going on with you? I saw you playing a bunch of Devil May Cry, getting ready for the 5th one.
Yep. I've never played the other ones, so I've been doing the first playthrough of Devil May Cry. I don't recommend it for you. You would hate it. It's very hard, and the controls are
I've beaten all of them.
very different. You have? Okay, never mind.
Yep. Not on the hardest difficulty,
they're very
but
tough.
I beat them all.
Very tough games. Like their control scheme is very unique to Devil May Cry, but they're pretty fun. I've never played them before, and they're fun.
Yeah. The 4th one ends where I'm trying to think if it's DMC or if it's Devil May Cry 4, where you fight your brother. I mean, you do that a lot, but is that DMC?
That was the reboot where you fight your brother.
That's the last memory
And
I
also
have.
the first one.
And then I remember 4. 4, I hated the monster designs, but I ended up beating
4
it.
was you play Nero for the first half, and then you play as Dante and just go back to the whole game again in reverse. That was really annoying doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you fight the big statue thing that floats in the air.
Yeah. I think in this day and age, it's Bayonetta is better Devil May Cry, I feel.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love like the combat. Like they took the Devil May Cry combat and just like refined it even more.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fine. It's just my phone.
Glasses.
We're good. Okay.
I have time
We're
now.
good. It's just my phone. We're fine. It didn't break. We're good.
Okay.
Nice,
I've also been
Zeke.
playing like an unhealthy amount of Civilization.
I've been watching you play a lot of Civ, and it actually came up earlier today in our Patreon Q&A because someone said that their favorite character was Sean Bean as the narrator in Civ 6. And then I thought about when I was watching you, he did like a description of some natural wonder that I forget the name of, but it was some like weird story that made absolutely zero sense, but Sean Bean just delivered. It was great. I loved listening to him.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what he says, like you just have to stop and listen. Like, oh wow, that's the Wonder did that. That's great. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel
No
like
matter
the
what he
obligatory.
describes.
Yeah, the obligatory joke question here though is: are there any of these narrations during which he dies? Like, does he start describing the Taj Mahal and someone stabs him in the neck, or
Someone's
or does he
got to
get
make
through
a
all
mod
of them?
for that.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the running joke.
The Taj
is like-
Mahal is an ivory white. No. Random Sean Bean death noises in the middle of his descriptions of things.
Someone in
Yeah,
chat
so much
says, was it the story about the hill saving the 2 girls? Yes, it's that story about the hill saving the 2 girls. They said that the 2 girls were like on the hill and the hill just got higher and higher to protect them. And I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I thought I was in a bizarro world. It was weird.
What's going on?
Talking
What are
about
we talking
Sean Bean and Civ 6. As the
You're out of your
narrator.
element, Donnie. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Damn,
You're like
damn.
a child who walks in the middle of a movie and wants to know what's going on. Sorry, I got that
feel
reference,
like-
so I jumped in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if we're the cast of The Big Lebowski, Max is definitely Donnie.
What the fuck?
And I think
How dare you? If anything,
Zeke-
I'm gonna be the
Zeke-
crazy fucking nihilist. Make me one of them before I'm Donnie. Come on.
Look, you want to be Carl
man.
Hungus? You want to be Carl Hungus? Fine, you can be Carl Hungus.
It takes what you have because it's even.
Cut off
The thing is, yes, Zeke. Yeah, I think like Zeke is probably the dude, but also we still need our John Goodman, right? So I feel like Zeke you could turn it up and be the John Goodman of this group.
Oh, I
Either that or I can
definitely
be
get that,
Jesus.
dude.
Yeah,
I'll be there licking a bowling ball on the lanes, being creepy.
the fact that you just typecast yourself as the only Latin dude in the whole movie,
do it.
nicely done.
Do it.
Nice.
Who got a date Wednesday, babe? Woo!
That's good. I like it.
That was pretty good.
It's good
My
stuff.
buddies didn't go to Nam and died face down in the mud.
So this is what we're doing today. We're just
Yeah.
gonna reenact
We're
the
gonna
whole
reenact
film.
Lebowski. It's great.
Let me
Oh,
see
yeah.
if I can download a script.
I really want to go to one of those Lebowski Fest or whatever they're called. I really want
Have
to.
you read? Have you read Two Gentlemen of Lebowski? It's really good.
No,
It's
I've never heard
the
of it. What is
Shakespeare.
it?
It's the Big Lebowski, but they rewrote it in Shakespearean prose. It's
Oh,
really
wow,
funny.
Okay, like
Yeah,
Iambic
it's pretty
Pentameter and
good.
shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it's called Two Gentlemen of Lebowski, and I think they perform it sometimes at that Lebowski Fest thing. Yeah.
Where is
That'd be
Lebowski
dope.
Yeah.
Fest like? It's not like an Alamo Draft House thing where they just do like a sing along thing for
No,
Greece.
it takes place in a
right?
bowling alley, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's an actual
Yeah.
event.
No, people. Yeah, it's like a con, like a mini con where people dress up like characters from the movie and they go bowl and they all drink like White Russians and that kind of stuff. A lot of fun.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would love to do that.
I didn't realize that was the
Let
thing.
me know if you'd like to go, Zeke. Together. I don't know. I'm
They
being
have
creepy.
several. I'm not sure whether like the actual like best one is or whatever, but
Where's the movie take place? I forget. What's the city? Is it ever disclosed like what city they live in? Or is
Yeah,
it
it's LA.
Angeles.
Because the cop dude when he ends up in
Malibu.
Jesus, like it's not in Malibu. He's right. That's right. It's our quiet beachfront community. Yeah,
might be in
I
LA
like
then.
your
Get your ugly girlfriend out of my beach community. You look so ugly in that shot.
Yeah, he
I
really
mean, he's meant to look like a fucking monster, and he does. Like the shadows and his wrinkles and everything. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
I don't like jerk offs like you. Jerk off.
That's right. Yeah.
Jerk off.
I don't like your.
Yeah,
Yeah,
jerk
that's such a
off
good
face.
movie.
Let's just watch Big Lebowski. The Court of Swords cast watch. Everybody, 3, 2, 1, go.
Listen, I got the script here, so if you guys
That's what we
just
do at
wanna,
our next
you know.
meetup, whatever that is. We're just gonna watch the Big Lebowski at a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Bigot? I'd be into it.
Nope.
I'd be into it. Well, let's do goals and stuff. We're good. That's a pre-show. That's a wrap on that. We'll end it on that.
Okay. Are we? What's the order in which we're running things? Are we doing the?
Oh, let's do the break.
recap
Let's
again?
find out what happened last time
Okay.
on Court of Swords. Let me bring this up, and I'll pipe you guys in audio here in a sec.
Previously on Court of Swords, trapped in a strange world on the other side of the pool, the party finds themselves beleaguered, uneasy, and unable to rest. After an abortive attempt to do so, our heroes decide that they need to eat and drink, and to do so, we'll need vessels for Ramus's conjured foodstuff. They head out to gather something to store 30 gallons of magic water, but are interrupted by loud sounds of clattering from one of the storage buildings. Investigating, they discover and subsequently are discovered by a pair of fat, white, maggot-like creatures seemingly feasting on an odd green glow inside one of the ruined buildings. Berg charges in, hammer aloft, and 2 more strange creatures appear to join the fray. A hunger demon that almost kills Yoda Zo, and a screaming shadow who stuns Berg and plagues Ramus with psychic attacks. At the end of the battle, weary and blood-soaked, the party investigates the light, which gives all but Ramus a calming feeling. Welcome in this nightmare realm. Strangers appear. One, carrying an odd ivory rifle, stands on a roof nearby and warns the party not to do anything crazy, but this is their vein to tap. The other 2 appear with strange equipment and begin siphoning the light. Maharib ignores this warning, reaches for a rock, and is shot by some kind of burrowing larva, which consumes him from within. Ramus cuts it free, but the process knocks Maharib unconscious. The gunner reveals himself, a blue-skinned, long-eared, horned person who seems to have trouble understanding the concept of dying. There's a whole conversation about it, and we're introduced to the formidable gun princess of Black Onyx, the business, and their dowsing rod companion, a shadowy man named Too Much Talk, Too Little Action. We learn that when the Eye of the Moon opens, every living thing in this world that has died is returned to life, a cycle that keeps time in this realm. Nothing here is born, nothing here can die. Not really. This is the realm of the Mara, the Court of the Void. The business agrees to take the party to a nearby necropolis, a lawless town fought over by several Mara. The business gives Yotozo a drink of some dark liquor, and with that in his belly, he's finally able to rest. Now to find a way to help Berg and Maharib do the same.
All right, now that we're all caught up.
Yeah, the moral of the story is get drunk and you can have a long rest. So
Yeah.
so you're in this strange new world. You've been sort of briefly introduced to it by the three inhabitants who discovered you and who have offered to take you back to the necropolis with them, at least to kind of get you started. You don't know where you are and you don't really know what else is going on, but lots of room for goals. What does everybody want for their goals? Let's start with you, Dan. Right now, I have your only goal as find a way back.
All right.
Which I think everybody has something like that.
The first goal will be make it inside the necropolis. Because I heard there might be you need papers to get in. And then 2, once we're inside, find shelter for the group to stay at. Or safe haven.
Also, when we're done with goals, talk about what you got for your level up, because 3 leveled up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for me, I just got a feat. I got the lucky feat. So 3 times a day, if after a dice roll, I can choose to roll another dice and take that one instead.
Why don't you click the little feat? Let's see if that goes in the chat. I'm curious. I'm going to see if the bot's working. Survey says... Nope, but it's on the screen. So
there it is.
It works nonetheless. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Lucky or Amos. All right. Maharib, you have your reconcile with Yotozo goal you've been working on, and then escape the void.
Yep.
Do you want to keep those two?
For yeah, we'll keep those because I think the escape the void is definitely a long-term thing, right? Would that be fair to?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean everybody has like find a way home, find a way back, escape the void, whatever. It's one that everybody's kind of prioritizing.
Yeah, and I think the one with Yotozo is long term as well. So like a short or mid term would be, would probably just be like find a way to rest, like find a way to. I guess. Maybe not find a way to rest, but find a way to, because they might have some other way of like healing that's not necessarily sleeping, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, like recover, I think would be a better word.
Yeah, let's do find a way to recover. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Yota, what do you want yours to be? You have confront and interrogate your dad, but. That may not happen for a time, but you can keep working on it, right? You can keep like bringing it up and like trying to find solutions, but that kind of overlaps with like, you can't really do that until you achieve your other goal of finding a way back to our own realm.
Yep. That's my second. That's one of my goals is figure out how to get back to our own realm.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want for your other ones?
I mean, that's like the thing.
I was sneezing and I almost caught the entire thing.
Yeah, I just heard you shout in fear and panic. I was like, "Are you okay, Max? You're going to be all right over there."
It must have sounded just like.
It sounded like you like at the beginning of like a Lil Jon song. Like you just made this like yelping noise.
I would have been better
Thank
off
you.
just keeping the whole sneeze.
Mhm.
I have very
Trigger.
powerful sneezes.
It's true.
I'm gonna mute myself now while I laugh.
Thanks, Max. So yeah, what do you want? While in this world.
Yeah. I mean, the ones I'm thinking of are not like they're not difficult goals. It would just be like one thing, like
I mean, if you look
find
at
out
Ramus's
safely how the
goals-
mirror works in this world.
Yeah, like if you look at Ramus's goals, they're like go to a place, get safe in that place, then continue operation, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to have them be like those are not going to be huge XP earners, but they're there.
Right. Well, okay. What is the name of the city we're going to?
You do not know the name of the city yet, but it was referred to by the business as the Necropolis. You know, a necropolis
can
where
I
people live.
Yeah, can it just be like get safely to the necropolis?
Yeah.
Okay. Arrive at arrive alive. Arrive.
I mean,
at
I
the
think it's getting to the necropolis isn't so much the thing; it's getting into it, as Dan pointed out. So
Okay, yep.
just getting there won't necessarily be like challenge worthy,
There you
but
go.
yeah, getting safely into the necropolis, I think that's a fine goal.
And let's see. Oh, man. I want to do something with this key down here. I want to know if anybody's like heard about a door to heaven or whatever, because I know it's like saying a door to hell.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever. But in the other world, in our normal realm. Man. Can you come back to me for that last one? Oh, I'm the last one,
Sure.
aren't I? Shit.
No, we still have Max.
Okay.
Max, which is one of your goals, turned down for what?
Yeah.
I have right now escape the void and fight a way to overcome your fear. Do you want to keep both those and add a third one, or do you want to change any of those out?
Probably add a third one and find a way to rest.
Okay.
In the void.
Yeah, so same as Maharib, find a way to recover, find a way to rest, get some time off. Okay. But you want to keep those other two?
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be long-term ones, but they'll.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of weird, scary shit to do down here. So
And I know I leveled up, so I. By the way, with this level up, do I get a third attack? I can't remember. Or is it stay at 2?
I don't think barbarians get a third attack for a while. Let me unless Dan knows off the top of his head. I don't think.
Fighter's the only class that gets 3 attacks. Everyone else is
Gotcha.
only 2.
So you never will
Never.
unless you have
Never.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
I
I was
get
looking
4
at
one
feet.
day. It'll be a good time if I hit 20.
It's either take a feat or HP, right?
It was take a feat or bump up your stats, right?
Yeah, your
The
stats.
Yeah. I've been looking for ones that would potentially help with like the whole fear thing, but I don't really know. Charger seems cool, like you said. Alert is pretty dope
Sentinel's
too.
good as well.
Sentinel.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
There's ones that I could make him slightly smarter, but wouldn't really make sense because I'm already at like 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. A bump from
JP,
8
while Max is looking at that, I know you like cool monsters in D&D.
Let's hear it.
I started looking through the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and the eponymous Mad Mage, Halaster, is a CR23 monster spellcaster.
Damn.
And his legendary action is that he can cast any spell of 3rd level or lower, and he can do that 3 times per round. So it would be like he gets to go, then Berg goes, then he casts Fireball, then Ramus goes, then he Fireballs again, then Yota goes, then he casts Haste, and then it's his turn. He's like nuts powerful. Yeah, he's really cool. It's probably one of my favorite monsters I've seen so far.
What level are you supposed to fight him at? 20?
Let me see what level 23. Like he's at the bottom, and there's 23 levels of dungeon, and it leads you to like level 20.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. Like a CR 23. Is there anything else in the game that's that high? Yeah, there must be.
Yeah, there's a couple things.
Yeah. CR23. Oh yeah, so same as like an ancient blue dragon or some of the demon princes. So like for a CR23, you'd have to be a group of four. It's hard for a group of 4 level 20s,
Damn.
supposedly. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Can you?
Yeah.
Could you say I polymorph into that guy? Like I polymorph into this wizard
No.
and have all of his abilities?
No, because it's not his natural like abilities. He wasn't born with it. It's definitely Maybelline. Yeah.
Can you polymorph into a Tarrasque?
Yes. Yeah, totally. If you had the right, like, I think the spells have some requirements, but yeah, that's the kind of thing you could become one of.
So
Okay.
if I were to take resilient and I were to use the ability score modifier for wisdom, right, to help with the fear stuff, and then you gain proficiency in saving throws for that, how would that play out as far as the proficiency part? Like, what is the exact,
it just means you can just add your proficiency bonus to your saving throws. Like, you know how on your sheet you currently have strength and con saves checked? You would just check the box. That would give you proficiency in that. Yeah. So for you,
I was just wondering how
+4.
much that would bump that shit. +4. That'd be very nice.
+4.
That would definitely help.
Yeah. +2 wisdom saves instead of -2.
I feel like I should just do that. That'd be very nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could take that and then push yourself to a position where you have to make a will save, and then when you succeed, then you did it. You overcame your fear. You get your XP for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some other ones.
Yeah, that's true too. Is that once you have proficiency in it, it gets better as you go.
Yeah. Sentinel's pretty dope too. I really like about Sentinel being able, when a creature within 5 feet makes an attack against a target other than you, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack against the attacking creature.
It'd be really good because you have 3 other me and Yota.
It's pretty defensive, and I don't think you have much else to use your reactions on. I mean, aside from like obviously attacks of opportunity, but
yeah,
this way you can shoulder up. You can shoulder up with someone else and take the hits for them. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have thoughts? I'm up to weighing in. What do you think?
I would do resilient with the wisdom save because that cripples you as a melee mage.
It does, yeah. As much as that extra attack would be nice, like it really cripples me having the fucking wisdom save.
And the higher level we get, the more like wisdom saves are going to come into play for a lot of stuff.
I'm going to do that. Resilient.
Nasty spells out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, resilient wisdom save, and I'll put a proficiency in that. So I bump up con by 1.
Yep.
And then check. Not con, wisdom.
It's your wisdom.
And then check that wisdom.
Also,
check that box.
A lot of people, both in chat and in the VODs, said that you already had toughness once upon a time.
Did I?
I mean,
That sounds like it.
It would be on your character sheet. So.
Yeah, you'd have it on your character sheet if you had it.
I don't see it on my character sheet.
I don't see it here. I think maybe you had debated taking it, but then didn't.
Yeah, I've never seen.
It's definitely not.
On there.
It's not on there. No.
Check that bitch right
it
there.
Isn't. No.
Yay! +2 wisdom. Ooh.
Cool.
For saves, anyways. I'm still not very wise. We went up 1 wisdom point.
Yeah.
Still -2.
But
though,
it makes it so that it makes it so that you're less likely to make those affiliations. So if you push yourself into a position where Berg has to make a fear related save, and then you succeed, that would qualify for me over finding a way to overcome your fear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Zeke, you have one more goal slot that I need from you.
Yep. How about speak to one of the Mara?
Sure.
You ambitious boy.
That's a lofty goal.
We'll see.
Who you think you is, huh?
I'm
In
a
this
god
world, you
guy,
ain't
you
shit.
motherfucker. What you trying to
Listen,
Not
say?
in this plane. You ain't shit in this plane, son.
You're just like a weird.
This is Amara
tiefling here.
talking to you right now.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
Amara,
what's
you're
happening.
going to see is the Jesus actually, I think, and he's gonna.
You come into our plane, you think you're hot shit.
You want to
Exactly,
use a portal, eh?
You're on.
Yeah,
you're
put you through the portal and fuck you until it goes click.
Yeah, right, exactly. Or a crossbow, but only just the once, because you can't. That's how crossbows work. Okay, all right. So, Yota, get safely to the necropolis. Find your way back to your own realm, and then speak to a member of the Mara. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like member or they were like a species or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really knows that.
Okay.
It's they are collectively referred to as the Mara. An individual is not necessarily referred to by calling it a Mara. They are one of the Mara.
Okay.
But
No, I kind of liken them to like angels. Like angels are just angels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like there might be another name for them. Like they would equivocate to the choirs of angels, like the seraphim or the whatever. But yeah, they don't. You don't know enough to call them that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm down. If I can speak to one, I will.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, like restless and for some of you anyway, and battered and exhausted. 8 hours have passed, and I think that at some point during that 8 hours, while you are resting, this is when Moon. They refer to it as a bunch of different things, but like essentially moon dominance occurs, where the surface of the green sun is marred by the black pupil of this shadow passing across it. Now, unlike the sun, which you can see in great detail, right? Its coruscating surface glittering ominously above you. The moon presents itself here as a dark silhouette. A pinprick against the great green light of the sun. Given the scale, like if you put your hand up, it would be about like maybe the size of your palm. And as it reaches its largest place, and you can see the sort of green eye above you, the three that you are with, they're all awake during this period. They observe some kind of personal ritual. They're not all together. They don't all like sit around a fire and pray. Each of them does something different. They make a sign to ward off evil, or something. Each of them has some little behavior that they do, and then the moment passes. Since all three of them are alive, nothing happens to them, and since none of you have died, you feel no different before than you did after.
But I got like 8 HP, close to death.
Yeah, but you're not actually dead. But we haven't figured out what'll happen to you if you die here. This is not
what might happen, but
yeah. Here in this land where death has no purchase, we don't know what happens to people who are not from here yet, which is one of the great uncertain and easy.
I think
unanswered questions
of this being kind of like Bizarro World, and that effect maybe not working for us because we're of not this plane. Was greater than benefits.
Yeah, and so that moment, this sort of holy moment, passes, and I think around you would notice some effects, and this would be an opportunity for us to sort of show the audience, like there would be almost like a reverse time lapse shot of the landscape around you. We see grass growing up in fast motion through the earth. Maybe we see a tree pick itself up off of the ground and reattach itself to its roots, maybe where it fell since the last day, and things return themselves to this certain state. But for all of you feel much the same, and for two of you that means exhaustion and this kind of weary, like sunburned feeling, where you just feel like stifled in this place, and around you, you see the same dead landscape as before, this odd place, and I think that's when Gun Princess starts kind of kicking everybody awake and is like, "All right, let's go." I'm like giving you a nudge and saying like we have to get going.
Do me and Berg need to make con saves to see if we're exhausted?
No, I'll give you today. I'll give you today to keep going because you're pretty tough. But we'll see if you don't get rest soon. Then I think it's going to start taking its toll.
Well, Technically, I haven't slept in 2 days. Because remember, I didn't sleep because I
Yeah.
stood outside the guard.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, why don't you make
Tell him
make
this.
a roll?
What are you doing?
Hey,
No, I mean it makes sense.
I'm
Yeah.
playing the game correctly. I'm just
All right.
screwing myself.
So yeah, you can
Yep.
make that Constitution save because I forgot that this is your second consecutive day without.
Is it a D10? Or sorry, a 10 is a con save? What's the threshold?
I think for this one it is. Yeah.
Okay. $21.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, you tough it out. But you can definitely feel it, right? This just means that there's no undue effect. It just like you can still you feel it tired. You feel like you have like lead running through your veins.
Yep. Okay.
But you can push through it. And we've seen this before, right? This is a Maharib thing. This is a trick that you pull on the regular. That like things are hard and I'm tired, but I'm not going to stop.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, Bert, you I think you're trying
No,
to
you don't
rest, right? You don't have to roll, but you're trying to rest when Gun Princess comes over to you. She comes to you last as she's rousing everybody to leave, and says, "Hey, come on, get up." Like gives you a nudge with her rifle.
Well, hate this place. Just want to sleep.
She squints at you with her faintly luminescent red eyes, and she says, "Yeah, you don't look so good."
Duh.
Ah, right. Yes, the ancient Orcish word for "of course." And I guess, did you guys like eat when you were resting? And if so, what did you eat? You ate you had some rations on you, or?
Yeah, I'll mark off. Yeah, I will mark off. That's hard for me to say for some reason. A ration on my character.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah.
unless
So
I'm able to hunt in this area. But
no, not in this area. I think she notices then that she saw you like eating earlier, and she says, what were you and your friends eating? I saw you had some food. You bring that over from wherever you're from?
who's she speaking to? Me?
You. She's standing right next to you, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like as you're getting up.
Inside. Meat. Yes. Another place. A home.
You got any more?
Yes. Probably.
Let me try. Yeah, she sticks out a hand and she says, let me try some.
You're gonna give me food when I run out?
She shrugs. She says, opportunity's not so far away. You're not going to starve on the way there.
Alright. You may not like it.
Just gives it
Yeah, what do you give her?
like a dried meat, like ration. I don't actually have
Like a piece of-
ration. I
just
know
like a
I have
piece of
rations, they're just
jerky?
not there. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'll
you
just
have
make up a
rations.
number for what rations I have,
like
by
you.
the way, because I don't have any ration number there right now.
Yes.
It's been so long
Yeah,
since
yeah.
I never ever fucked
Yeah.
with rations.
I can definitely make up a number of how many rations you have. That number is 0. The number is none. It's the circle one.
Yeah?
That's the number.
Even though I never
dude.
tap into my rations ever because I'm always hunting, and you're going to say right now that in front of everyone and God himself of this void realm?
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit, man!
Therein lies the problem. In this realm, ain't none of those guys around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Like in real life, God isn't real and nobody cares.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, no, I don't
outta
think
here.
that you. But you can. I mean, you can have some of like the rations that Maharib gave you the night before. You can have like a chunk of jerky that you're gonna eat on your way out. Yeah. So you give her a little piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thinking
Yeah, yeah.
another type of jerky right now, Adam.
So she puts it in her mouth and like kind of like chews it like a little, and it looks like she has teeth like a cat, right? Like she doesn't have flat back teeth, so it's a bit weird, and she's just like trying to like sticks her tongue out a little while she's trying to eat it. She like swallows it. She looks at you, and she's like, "It tastes like bark." Ugh. Is this what you eat all the time?
No. We eat that
Okay, because
when we need
she's
to.
like holding it, and it's like
It's not very good. I know.
it's just it doesn't taste like food.
To keep you alive,
Ugh.
not to enjoy.
And she like hands back the rest of it, like I don't want this. And
I
she
had
says,
soup recently. Really good. You would have liked that.
she nods and she says, "Listen, we get back to opportunity. I got a noodle guy. I'll introduce you. You can get some real food in you."
Yes. If I can't sleep, at least I'll have good food, hopefully.
And she nods and she says, "Well, we've got a little extra in case you get sick of that salted bark that you're eating."
Thank you.
Anyway, we got to get going. And she like turns around.
Yep.
And can you make an insight check?
Nope, I don't know anything.
Cool.
Carry
Cool.
on.
She's mad at you about something. You don't know why. She's angry at you. You like offended her or like hurt her feelings or something. That's the impression
Yeah.
you get when she turns around. Like she looks angry.
All right.
Other preparations before you go. What's the status of the jug? Where's the jug at?
That's the first thing I do when I wake up is go. Well, not wake up, but the first thing I notice when she's going around kicking everyone, I see them basically talking to Berg. I'll go towards Iota and see if the jug's there.
And I would have thought about this before I went to sleep, because I know at dawn or whatever counts for dawn, I can change the substance of the jug. So would it be? I don't know. Like the only way I know to set an alarm would be to drink a lot of water. Drink like 6 glasses of water. You'll wake up in 5 or 6 hours to go to the bathroom, and that's
But you're an elephant man, so you're
like the old timey primal alarm clock.
yeah.
I would say leave it up to a roll if you wake up in time, because otherwise it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna drink enough water and wake up before Maharib. I didn't sleep.
Well,
No, but the thing you have to take into account is that I'm super motivated to do this.
You got to take into account is I'm super motivated to do.
Okay.
all right. I mean, I think rolls are reasonable. You could make like a Constitution save to like wake yourself up. It's also I'd allow like survival with Constitution because it's like an outdoorsy, like it's like a trick trying to like keep yourself alive kind of deal. So that's something you could do to see if you're like awake. Now who is currently in possession of the jug?
He was in possession of it because he was
Yota
fighting
is.
with
Okay,
it. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll figure out if you are awake at dawn, and then we'll figure out what Maharib's plan was to get the jug away from you.
Okay. Do we have a DC to beat?
Let's call it 12. Let's just say 12. 12's not hard.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, nailed it.
Okay. So you are awake in what feels like time. And then what, Mahari, what is your jam? What are you doing? Like how are you just gonna go over and like take it from while he's asleep or
No, I think, I mean, it depends. If I walk over to where he's sleeping, if he's asleep, then I'll wait till he's up. But I'm not just gonna like steal it from him. So it depends on what happens when I walk over there, if he's awake or what's going on. But I'm not just going to
Okay.
steal it from him with him being asleep. That's probably the major factor in there.
So, Yota, do you pretend to be asleep then, or are you just like awake and like waiting for the dawn, clutching your jug?
I'd do anything I could, anything in my power,
Yes.
to get that jug changed after I woke up. So I wouldn't be pretending to be asleep. I'd be up as soon as I realize that I'm waking up. My eyes would like shoot open, me like jug, wine, go.
Okay. So what's your plan here, Maharib? Do you just like, he's awake, do you just walk over and take it from him, or do you ask him for it, or like what?
I walk over, and if I notice that he's awake, I just plainly say like, Yota, I need the jug. It's morning.
I don't know. I think I understand what's going on with me. You do know that my abilities in battle kind of hinge on this jug, not only as a weapon, but as a means to... picture it like stretching before a run. Or before a fight.
You seemed perfectly
Similar.
adequate yesterday in battle. Did not need it. Besides, that was not the point when you asked for this of me.
Let me show you something. And I reach into my whatever my possessions, bedroll, backpack, whatever, and I pull out the book that I've been writing along the way.
Yeah.
And I show it, and I hand it to him. This is the technique that I've been coming up with, that I stupidly and foolishly tried to show the Temple of the Moon with you as the sparring partner, not knowing how godlike you are in the ring of battle. And I hand it to him. Do you take it?
I grab it, and what does this have to do with you handing me that jug, Yota? A request that you asked me. Are you backing out?
Not backing out, so to speak. Definitely would like to make a change to it. That's possible.
And what brought on this change?
Well, if you look in the book, you'll see that some of these techniques require looseness of joints and Have you ever been inebriated, Marib?
I like look down at the book, and you see my eyes kind of gloss over as if as if you're wasting his time at this point. And he, yes, of course.
You know how it makes you feel, and you ever been hit or been in a fight during that time?
No, that would be foolish.
Well, I have many times, and I'll tell you that when you are without drink, you take a punch, every muscle in your body tenses up, and it hurts more, and you take it less in stride, so to speak. When you have drink inside of you, your muscles react more slowly, and instead of bracing yourself, you flow with the blows as they are coming. It's hard to explain, but If you've ever been inebriated, you know what I'm getting at.
Adam, I'm gonna punch Yodazo in the face.
To what end? Like just to hit him?
Just to hit him, to see if he reacts as if he would be drunk.
Yeah, I mean you can attack it. You can attack him like you normally would, like your armor class supplies and everything. Yota. Make an unarmed attack.
Hit him.
Is that
Knock some sense into this boy.
Is that my strength plus proficiency, so plus 9? I don't have an unarmed. I think it's strength plus proficiency, right? Okay.
I'm imagining a crit.
Yeah, you're
fail,
proficient in unarmed attack.
and you punch him in the tusk, and it hurts you.
Yeah. Oh, I just typed it into Twitch chat, not fucking. That didn't work at all. Unrecognized command. I wish Twitch would just roll that shit.
My channel does.
17. That's just enough.
Okay, what's your armor class, Yota?
17.
Okay, so he surprises you. He's like cheap. Is this like a slap? Is this like an actual punch? Like how hard do you hit him?
It's full force. I would say. So I'll roll. Okay, and the damage. I
don't think you roll it. I think it's just your strength modifier plus 1.
Oh, okay. So 6.
Because you're not a monk,
right?
So
6 damage.
Okay. So he smacks you pretty hard, Yota.
Yeah.
I think everyone around hears that sound and like stops to like look, right? Like they're like, I
look at you and you like I shake my head like, what was the purpose of that?
Did it hurt?
Yes, of course it hurt.
Then what's the difference from being drunk and not being drunk? Pain is pain.
It would hurt much less, and there's a chance I would have dodged that more easily. By falling backwards or tumbling or something of the like. Instead of your fists are made of rock.
I will say this about Maharib, Yota. He looks like you could push him over with a sneeze.
Oh, yeah. Now. I look really bad. I look really haggard. Without a doubt. Yeah.
And, by the way, physical, like, punches, they're, like, temporary, right? Or something?
I mean, he deals you the 6 damage. Like, you take the damage.
Yeah, it wasn't 10 HP. Or I guess it's
I was just wondering, like, does it go away after an hour or two, or is it gone until I rest?
No, it's 6 rounds.
I thought that's the way it went. Okay.
No, D&D characters don't care. They can have like their legs and arms chopped off and be stabbed 1,000 times, but as long as they have 1 hit point, they're exactly the same. It's also for knocking you out. Like a punch is a punch is a punch until you lose that last hit point, and then the person hitting you decides if it's a knockout or not.
Right. I have no reason to think that fucking Yotazo drank, so I can't just be like, "Hey, are you drunk?" Because there's no.
I mean, he's not now. He wasn't really drunk before, right? He just had to drink.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to be like, "Hey, have you drank today?" Because then it's just gonna be like, "All right, well, let's do an insight check."
Let's go to a meeting. First step now. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Like, when was the last time you had a drink? Like, this is the thing. Is this is the kind of conversation, right? Where you're like, "Are you drunk right now?" Like, how did that happen? I'm trying to keep you from drinking.
Yeah.
And Yota is like, "No, I need it. You don't understand. It's my special fighting style."
Yeah. The next question is like, you're probably still messing with your face, and I'm just standing there looking haggardly with the hand or with the book that you handed me, and I just Yota, the jug. Please. You asked me to do this. I'm doing this. If not, I'm wasting my time.
Can you please roll a persuasion? I want to make a will save against it.
Yeah, my next question was going to be, is there anything he could say to convince you? And if he could, then we can make that roll.
Yeah, I'll make it at -2.
He's being really convincing, and I want to.
So this is to set the DC for you at -2. 13.
Okay. So I have a -1 to charisma, which that's will, right? Charisma is will.
It's wisdom. Wisdom is your ability to like resist outside influence.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to roll. It's 50-50, dude. It's 50-50
You could give
with the bonus.
you could give yourself disadvantage if you think that that's like your addiction is stronger than maybe like the average thing, or you could give yourself advantage if you think that you trust Maharib and what you really want is to make this roll like deep down.
I want to fail it, right? I want to get under his.
That's up to
I
you.
mean, so there's two sides of this, right? There's if you succeed, then it means that your addiction is more powerful than his persuasion, and if you fail, it means that he's overcome your own personal will, which is to say the part of you that wants to drink, and you give it to him. You can flip flop it if you want, and you can say that what you really want is to fail, and what you don't want is to succeed, right? It's very intentional.
Yeah.
So we just have to decide what it means if you succeed, what it means if you fail.
Well, I have a +3, so it's 50-50 either way. So
You got to decide. If you succeed, that means what?
If I roll over him, the bottle wins.
Yeah.
If I roll under him, then I win.
Good.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
And I'm just gonna go.
Or he does. I don't think Yota doesn't win either way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Maharib convinces me if I roll under. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nope, not having it. I'm not having it.
So what does it look
Yeah,
like?
what's that
So there's
look
this
like?
moment where he's like, give it to me, and then what do you do?
How long does it take to change it? To change what's in the bottle or in the jug?
Like just a thought, and I think that if you wanted to, this could be the moment where the clock ticks over, and you feel that like you can give it a command.
Yeah.
So you could turn it to wine and just start chugging it if you want to.
Yep. I'm going to change it with a thought to wine, and then I'm going to attempt to this is gonna look so ridiculous. I'm gonna attempt to juke Maharib and get like far enough away from him so I can drink.
Like, leave me alone, and like Stitch tries to like push past him.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Yeah,
I even yell at him. Maybe I even yell like out of character, be like something. So he says the jug, and I say, Are you my father now? Is that what you think you are? You're not. I am my own person. I can make my own decisions. And then it's already been changed. Now I'm just trying to find a place to drink in peace.
Yeah, I
so
don't.
Maharib,
move.
do you let him go?
Yeah.
No?
You do whatever you want to, and you just kind of see my arm drop, and I like throw the book where you were sleeping, and I just say, like, maybe to myself, maybe you don't hear it, it's up to you, but I just say, I may not be your father, but you're still a fool. And I just like turn back and start going to the party.
Damn.
Yep.
You know, Maharib, I have ways of making him stop if you want.
It wouldn't matter. He has to want the change.
Well, if you ever change your mind, I'm here.
And for those of you guys out in the audience, like, I don't want to do this either, guys. Like, this is not something
No, I love
like
it. It's great.
I want to do.
It's totally
like,
good.
I have to. It's like I'm cursed a little bit. So yeah, as soon as I'm far enough away from them, in my estimation, I like very sullenly. I look at I have, because the jug is huge, so I like kind of unshoulder it. I kind of look at it, or no, I have it like this, and I just smell the wine in it, and I just kind of look around and just like sigh deeply, just take like a huge pull off of it, and just immediately feel better.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like better. You feel ameliorated. At least you feel like less like you can feel your bones like in your skin. You're there's relief for sure.
Exactly.
And I think that the rest of the group, like the business and Little Action and Gun Princess, they're trying to like be polite and ignore you. They're just like they've turned away and they're like, okay, they've got their own thing going on. Yeah, Maharib and Yota both take inspiration for that. But yeah, they're kind kind of trying to be polite and being like, yeah, we're just gonna not bring that up or do anything about it. They're kind of just like, let's go, guys, come on.
Yeah, and I'm really gonna do my best to keep it on an even keel as far as like I won't get like hammered drunk, but as the day wears on, like I'm thinking like it's like to D&D it, like the checks get more and more difficult and that kind of stuff. To like have another drink or drink too much, that kind of stuff. So
cool. Yeah.
As I'm walking away, Ramus says that to me, and I change the conversation and say, "Were you able to sleep, Ramus?"
Yeah, I got really good sleep. I haven't slept that good in a very long time. Something about this place is comforting.
I look to Berg and look back. It's not the same for me and Berg. So
You still can't sleep.
I've tried everything.
No, it's horrible.
Do you feel something? Is something bothering you? Like, you just not fall asleep, or what's going on with you? Like, explain this to me.
Remember when you didn't have a soul?
Yes.
I would assume it was similar to that, except I can't sleep. So it's like I'm not tired. Or my body believes it not to be tired. But mentally I'm exhausted. Or perhaps the other way around. I'm not sure.
Yoda seems perfectly rested. Why is he different than you?
I had not...
Maybe he has had monk training. Maybe he's able to suppress his emotions. Have you tried meditating before sleeping?
I have not. I will try that when we reach our destination today.
I will try anything. I just need some rest.
Well, this world is very weird and different. I was watching the landscape as the sun was at its peak. It's like the day is stuck, and every day it resets. It's like one day over and over and over again. No matter what happens the previous day, it gets reset and wiped clean.
I hate this place.
It's very strange.
Stupid light. It makes everything look dumb.
Well, you say dumb, but I think it's quite fascinating. Like, what made this? This didn't just appear. Something created this in this plane. But why? How? It's fascinating.
Dumb.
Yes, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Berg's just acting out. He's so fucking tired.
Yeah, right? Berg needs nappy times.
Yeah. The three of them, are they still like packing up their goods? Adam? Like packing up
I
camp?
think they're ready. They're ready to go. They're just trying to like wait for you guys to stop having your little family drama.
Right. Yeah, I walk over to them and, are you ready? How far of a journey will this be? You said something about cycles.
Yeah, the business nods, and she says it's going to depend on how quick your friends are, but for us, at a normal pace, carrying 3 full canisters, maybe 3 cycles, 4 if we run into any trouble. It's not so much the distance between here and opportunity I'm concerned about. It's the trouble of getting you inside. The necropolis is guarded. Who's going to be in charge of the guard posts when we arrive? She shrugs, like, irrelevant. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. But we need to get you papers, because technically you don't exist. And if you don't exist, you can't enter the necropolis. But to get you papers, we have to get you inside first. I know someone who can help us. but it's going to be getting you in that's going to be tricky without the papers. Now, I can leave you, and she looks over, and you can tell when she's saying this, she looks over at Gun Princess. This is a bad plan. She doesn't want to have to do this. She says, I can leave you with Gun Princess. When we get back, she's going straight to see Bugfucker, and you'd have to go with her, and that's not something I want anyone to have to deal with. But if we can't sneak you in... We haven't really talked about how you're going to be repaying us for all of this goodwill and kindness, Maybe we should do that before we leave? Raises an eyebrow.
I would consider my debt settled. You almost killed me.
Is that how it works in your world? If someone fails to kill you, you owe them something? Or don't?
I believe the misunderstanding works in both worlds. Again, you almost killed me.
Ah, so you expect me to risk my business and my friend's well-being to sneak you into the city illegally because she shot
As
you by
I
accident.
said, he's the dumb one. Don't listen to him. We'll help you out. Odd jobs. Need strong labor. These two are tough. Look at them. When they don't look great right now, but they're pretty strong.
Look at him. Bird's like,
I'm pretty
They're
wise.
both kind of wobbling.
Yeah, I turn around and kind of dismiss what Ramus said, and turn back and say, that is my debt, but they have their debts as well. Perhaps I can carry one of those for you.
And she looks at you real suspicious, like you were like, I'll just carry your wallet and your phone and your expensive watch for you. They must be very heavy.
Do
And
I pick up on
she
like
says,
the suspicious look? When
yes, the like, no, you're gonna steal my shit.
Okay, yeah, I have no idea what that could possibly do in this world or do for me. I have no means to steal it. Without you, I can't enter. It would be foolish. I'm not the dumb one.
Yeah, the business, she shakes her head and she says, you don't have any money. And you don't have anything to offer me except... She gives you like a look all the way up and all the way back down. And she says, nothing to offer me except your bodies. Is that what I'm hearing? And then she glances at Ramus.
Well, I do have magic too. If I'm a conjurer of spells you may not have here, I can do things if you need things of a magical nature.
And you hear from like a little bit off in the distance, I have wine. I can fill up your skins if you want some of that. And you see, like, I start walking up.
Yeah, Gun Princess like looks at you as you walk kind of towards her, and she says, "If your wine tastes as bad as your food, I don't think so. I don't know, business." And she says, "There's not like to be any danger between here and when we get back to the necropolis, and if there is, you're going to help us fight it off. And if there isn't, and we get back, then you're going to owe us one." And you're not going to want to stray far once we get inside. Opportunity is a dangerous place these days.
Understood.
Fine. But until I say otherwise, you lot belong to us. You do as we say. And that means not wasting a bunch of time at the beginning of the cycle when we could be walking.
You're
Yes,
the one
ma'am.
talking.
She looks at you. She looks at you, Maharib. And yeah, you start walking away?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she bites back whatever she was about to say. And then the group of you head off. And yeah, I think we montage this sequence. As she said, there isn't a lot of like there's not much to be worried about or no danger sort of between here and there. The place is like you travel across at first marshland, much like you saw yourself, but without like in the real world, but without all of the life, right? There's no trees, there's no bugs, there's just this kind of like dead landscape around you. But you're moving towards, in the distance, once you leave the walls of the monastery, once you leave the walls, you can see in the distance, sort of hazy, the greenish black surface of a jungle, right? And that at least is similar enough, though it's less luminous than it would be in real life. And you seem to be heading in that direction. And I think that there's a day or so of traveling across the marsh before you try to rest. And I think what we'll do here is for Yota and Ramus, it's business as usual for the two of you. There's no chance anyone's going to get lost. But Maharib and Berg, if you'd like, if you have some ideas about solving your exhaustion problem, you can. But otherwise, we're going to start making checks the next day without rest. So is there anything that you want to do?
I can't speak for Max, but I would think that I'm going to try the meditate thing, but I'm also not going to make a thing out of it if I can't, just because I know it'll slow down the group and it would potentially piss off the three of them. So yeah, I don't know what the meditation roll is, if that's even a roll or if it just doesn't work.
So what are you trying to do? Like, are you trying to do what you think Maharib or what you think Yotazo would do? That like what Ramus said. He's like, maybe he knows some secret monk technique and is meditating his way into feeling better, or like what's inspiring this?
I mean,
this idea.
If we're like setting down camp for the cycle or whatever,
Sure.
I will approach Yota as it's been later in the day, and just say that probably like without looking at you and from a decent amount of distance away, and just say, Ramus said you were able to sleep. Me and Berg.
And this is where I'm going to roll. I'm going to call it DC 15.
Okay.
I fail hard.
Is this a drinking fail? Is that?
Yes.
No, this is. It is okay. So this is
That's what I was
what
rolling
happens.
for,
So what
yes.
happens? Yeah, tell us what happens.
Okay.
With your 5.
I'm not like hammered, but I'm visibly inebriated.
Yeah.
Like you can tell. Like my eyes are a little bit redder, droopier. Like I when I hear my voice or hear my name, you see me like swing my head like a drunk.
Okay. It's more important that
And you,
Monterey
what
finds
did
out
you
to
say?
sleep.
I'm sorry.
I said, Ramus told me you were able to sleep. Me and Berg have. Oh, you're drunk.
No, I'm not. I'm in a good place, but I am not over the mountain, so to speak. Yes, I did actually. Have you come to find out what happened and what I did?
No, I'm wondering if there was something you did to sleep.
Yes, that's what I was referring to. You're not going to like it. I had a drink from a little bit of alcohol from one of our companions, and I slept like a babe.
Perfect. Did you hear that, Berg?
What?
Yota was able to sleep because he was drunk or had a drink.
Yes, one drink seemed to be all it took. I don't know if that was the actual cause of it, but that's what I did. And then I closed my eyes, and then it was morning, or what counts as morning.
If that works, I will get drunk.
That's the spirit. I like the way you think, Miss Berg. Come, sit next to me. And we will sing songs and tell stories.
Fuck Maharib, this one feels so bad. Like, not only can you not convince Yota to stop drinking, now he's gonna get Berg drunk.
Yeah.
Berg's saying, "Fuck it, man. If nothing's working."
Yeah, no, I mean it makes sense. You're exhausted, and like maybe it'll work. This is how people get
Probably
into
won't
new
work,
age medicine and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just turn and watch. Like, or walk over to Ramus and sit down and probably just watch. to see if Berg is able to sleep.
So, okay, how much do you drink, Berg?
Hand me your skin, my good orc, your wine skin, not your skin. And I will fill it up for you.
As much as I need, Adam.
So
the thing, how much do you need?
there's three options, right? There's three targets. You can try to drink not that much, an okay amount, or you can drink a lot. What is your intent?
Well,
How
and
much
I'll
do
let
you
him
wanna
know,
drink?
like,
And you're drinking from the jug, right?
Yes, and I will let them know that as well. Like, I drank some of their alcohol. Like, I don't know if it's going to be any different, but I'll definitely give you however much you need from mine. But I'm not sure if it'll have the same effect.
Berg is desperate to fall asleep, so he's just down the hatch. Fuck it. Here we go.
Just chugging it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I mean, you're a big orc. You can drink pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he can drink
okay.
pretty decently well. So at the very
Can
least,
you make a Constitution saving throw?
sure thing. That's not horrible.
Okay. All right. You're not trashed. You're like pretty drunk, but you don't get like wasted.
Damn it, we wanted to get wasted. Why do I have to roll?
Dude, if you want to get, I'm saying you're at the point where you could be like, all right, I'm like a little sleepy. I'm feeling like I could lie down. But you could also be like, no, wait, I'm going to drink more, right? Like you're hovering on the threshold. It is your choice.
I'm hovering on the threshold. So just like a bird goes like, he knows he's there. He's like, give me a little bit more. Just to make sure he can fall the fuck asleep.
Yeah. Okay.
He's desperate, man. Yeah, so it's like
well.
Berg.
A little more.
But and this, like, I've been drinking right along with you, so we're like, even I'm like a seasoned drinker, so what I've had plus what you and I have both had, like, I think we're equal now. So only a little bit more though. Okay, my orc friend, here, open your mouth and don't even need to put it in the thing. And then
You're such a good friend.
I meant to tell you how much I enjoyed your singing before. It's very good. Can you sing me another song from your people?
Cross. We fight. Right on through the night.
And I'm like, I don't even like wait. As soon as the crescendo hits, like I'm pouring it, whether he's drinking it or not. I'm pouring it on his mouth.
Yeah, Berg's like,
So we have all this, we hear all this noise and the shouting and the singing, and we pan over to Little Action, and he's sitting hunched over in his big coat, and he's sitting checking the dials and valves on these big tanks. And I think Ramus, you're kind of nearby, and he looks up at you, and he says, "Is everyone where you're from like that, huge and drinking all the time?"
No, there's all kinds. There's small people, tiny people, people that would judge what he's doing and think he's a bad person because of it.
Like squints at them and kind of shakes his head, and he says, "And do not mistake me. We have people who drink overmuch here as well. I just wasn't sure how common it was where you're from. My sample size is very small, and so far, 50% of you, it seems, have a problem with alcohol."
Well, I would say that's about right. People like their alcohol. They like to forget about their troubles and get drunk. I'm sure it's that way here too.
Here you will find that wine is not so much, not when faced with. He like looks at the tanks. The siphon juice can be very strong and have effects on some that are magnificent. Best, I think, we keep your friends from it, in case.
What does it do for you? I noticed you were partaking earlier.
Make an insight check.
While he's doing that, I drank
Yeah.
with Gun Princess last time, right?
No, the business gave you her flask.
Okay.
23.
Okay. Yeah, he will speak to you. He doesn't try to hide anything, but you can sense there's like a remorse when you ask him that. And he wrinkles his forehead and kind of like looks down and like pulls the coat around him. And he says, I am cold all the time. As long as I can remember, and I cannot remember much. Not as much as the others. But for me, always the cold. And siphon the juice from the veins, it warms me. Without it, over long, I fall into torpor, the long sleep. I cannot be awoken. Without it, my mind grows slow, my body too. I need it desperately, though I wish that I did not.
I'm sorry, that sounds like a terrible burden to carry. Were you one of the people that have died a lot over the years?
I cannot remember. I do not know. I have lost many, many years. But this burden is the source of my power as well, and why I serve my fellow hunters. I can feel veins as they open in the world. I am drawn to them. It is how we found the one from which you came. And so I think the scales of these things are balanced. It is a suffering that I am rewarded for, or perhaps a reward for which I pay in suffering.
So without this, the juice, you would be useless to yourself and your friends.
I would be as the stones of the earth. I would fall into slumber from which I could not awaken. Or perhaps I could. I do not know. I've lost so much.
Have you ever let yourself go without for a long period?
No, I know I owe the others too much to allow that to happen. They need me to find the juice. I take my portion, and the rest we sell in the market. There is money to be made, prosperity to be discovered, especially now. Opportunity is ripe for our kind.
It is very convenient for your friends that you shoulder most all the blame and the work.
Oh, no, I simply find the veins. They are the ones strong enough to protect it, to make the deals that we need to make money. We are like the worms that travel through the dead giants, or the birds that feast off the scales of the dragons of the swamp. We exist together, one needing the other. And he kind of looks at the two, and you see the business and Gun Princess both sitting, and they're playing some kind of like rock paper scissors kind of game where they're like taking turns doing like sigils and laughing, and like they're playing a game. And he looks at them the way someone might look at again with that sadness. He looks at them as if like they were his family, like sisters.
I see that you care for them.
He nods.
Well, family is important. Keep them close. Is this work dangerous? Are there other people that might come along and try to kill and steal your stuff.
And he grins and says, yes, of course. We are but one in an army of scavengers scattered throughout this world. Hunting the veins, tapping them for the juice is lucrative business. You will find out when we arrive in opportunity. It is a hub for our kind. Contested territory.
Do you know what these veins are? Where they come from? Anything about them?
They give me life. They give my friends the means to live well. They provide all that we need. Most of us find it best not to ask these questions, though among the Mara, I think that there are scholars. As part of their great crusade, they know better. But for us, we are but ticks on warm skin, drawing up the blood of the earth so that we might sell it or make it into other things. Or for me,
Well,
so that we might live.
Well, this is a harsh world. I don't blame you for doing what you have to survive. I would do the same if I were you.
Yeah. I think that-
Business! Gun presses! Come join us!
They look over at you like you're a table of like drunk bros at like across the bar, and they're just like, no, please, and like turn around like they didn't hear you. Mahari, what are you doing? Because like the Berg Yodazo drinking party is happening. Ramus is having a conversation with the other like creepy squirrely dude, and the two women are playing mystical dark side Rochambeau. So what are you up to?
I would think at some point because I was sitting down to Ramus and they started to have a conversation and it probably
Yeah, you can like
wasn't-
walk over to Ramus.
Well, it
you can
probably
be walking
wasn't
over there.
interesting to me. So I'll stand up and go. Like when their conversation starts, I'll stand up and go sit down, or ask to be able to sit down next to the two women playing.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They finish whatever their game is as you're walking up. So like Gun Princess does some kind of like weird crossed arm thing and like blocks the business who is like trying to like touch her sternum, and she like brings her hands up. The both of them burst into laughter, and the business takes out a silver and ivory case and opens it and takes out like a hand rolled cigarette and gives it to Gun Princess, who looks up at you as she puts it in her mouth, and she's just like, I guess that's right, I'm the best, like placating an imaginary crowd who is cheering for her. And then she snaps her fingers, and her thumb, there's a little blue flame, and she like lights the cigarette and like takes a draw off it as you walk over.
Do you mind if I sit and watch?
And Gun Princess gestures to the ground, and she says, yes, please. All you behold before you is Gun Princess Island. From that dry bit over there to that dry bit over there, all that you survey belongs to me, and I, your benevolent princess, say, yes, yes, please, sit upon my dry earth.
I
She
look
looks at
towards the other one. Is the ego always in full bloom?
And the business laughs, and she says, only when she's been smoking. I'm afraid I just made it worse, which is a great time for me to go and check the perimeter. So you two have a good time. And she stands up and like brushes her coat off. There's like little bits of dry grass on her. And she gives you a nod and walks off.
Okay. I like laugh to myself. Look back at her. What is in those things you are smoking?
She kind of squints at it. She says, some combination of insect shells, fungus you can find in the caves. I think the leaf is some kind of lotus. Makes the world more interesting anyway, whatever it is.
Is it a form of escape like it is for my friends? I like look back to see Yoda and Berg just fucking drunk out of their minds.
She kind of looks at it and she's like, I don't have anything to escape from. Maybe you do. And she like holds it out to you.
Is this going to help me sleep?
I've never had trouble sleeping, but maybe.
I don't know if there's any checks that I could make to like.
You make like a nature check just based
Okay.
on like the smell of the like if you're trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, nature check.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
What do I discern with a 1? Good or bad things?
Well, we could go
Or good,
one of
bad
we could go
things.
one of two ways. Like you're whatever it is, you're wrong, and you're very certain of that wrongness. So I'll leave it up to you, like whether you think it's like totally safe or whether you think it's like incredibly dangerous. Either way, you are assured of it, and you're not right about that.
Shit, man, we grew up on this. Let me hit that. I didn't know you like to get wet, Maharib.
I think that's how I interpret it is that like growing up, only the shamans would be the ones to like
Yeah.
basically smoke, and so it would be out of character, in almost like a respective way, because it would be that I was adopting something that the shamans did growing up, and the shamans would do in my culture side. No, I have no need for it. It was meant as a joke. Where I'm from, that is not what people like myself partake in.
She nods. And, she says, "To be honest, I probably should have stopped already, but well, I won, and so this is my spoils. And besides, there's nothing dangerous around here, except for maybe you. Well, not right now, but you and your friends. I mean, dangerous in the general sense. Like we don't understand or know anything about you. So
This place we are going to, is it dangerous?
oh yes, incredibly. Almost certainly you'll be killed at least once or twice."
Sounds.
She squints at you and she's like, you and your friends should come and hide out at the farm with me. I mean, I'm not going to be there the whole time, but we could pay him to take care of you.
This farm is not within the city?
This is right. The hills. Not too far away. It's a cycle of walking.
And what is grown on this farm? Livestock, vegetables,
Slugs, man.
slugs.
She nods.
Hey,
She
Maharib,
points at your chest.
Yeah. What's up?
what's your passive perception?
13.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like I'm sneaking up behind you. I'm gonna surprise you, like, drunkenly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't notice it.
Okay. No, I was gonna let you finish, like if it was like important or whatever.
Okay, Maharib, can you make a quick insight check?
Sure.
Okay.
10.
Perfect. Good. All right. Yeah. She just seems kind of zoned out and distracted, but she's holding this conversation. So yeah,
I was
she's
hoping
like,
you would do that, Adam.
yeah, because like her eyes are kind of wandering around while she's talking to you, and Maharib doesn't notice that she looks up and sees the Otozo approaching, but then just like her eyes just wander off.
Yeah.
So she, the two of you are talking. Yeah.
Yeah, she says slugs.
You just hear me come up behind you,
Slugs.
and like, I slap at the same time. I slap my arm around your shoulder, and I say, "Danger! This is the most dangerous man I've ever met. No one will ever best him." Isn't that right, Maharib?
She squints and she's like, "I could take him right now."
You see me kind of like turn
Flicks.
back.
She's like flicks the roach out of her finger, and it goes and like splashes in the water.
God damn it! I was gonna try and grab it.
This is little. She smoked it fast. They're little ones.
Okay.
I like turn to her and consider it for like a second as I'm being jostled around by Yoda still. And then like think better of it and just turn and say, Yota, you should be going to sleep soon, shouldn't you? Is Berg okay?
He's fine. I left him over there.
We cut to Berg. Smash cut to Berg? What's Berg doing all by himself?
Do I have the jug still, or do you have the jug, Yoda?
No, before I got up, I would have. Oh no, I keep the jug. You ain't getting the jug.
No, so I feel like the funny middle answer to that would be like, do you have the jug? You cut to Yoda, but it's not like you were holding it in your hand. It's probably the end of the rope, like trailing behind you.
Oh,
like you always have it, but it's just on a rope, so it's not like it's in your hands. It's just like lying in the middle of the thing with your rope.
like Linus's blanket. Like
yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's probably what you see Berg doing, like going after the jug, like.
yeah. No, I honestly I would have like caught the fact that they were having a conversation. I would have been like, Berg, watch this.
Right, and Berg chased the jug as it tumbled away on the end of the rope.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Perfect.
Yeah. I left him. He was over there, and I notice, and I start yanking the rope, like,
Yeah.
trying to get it like out of like away from you.
No. Why are you doing that?
Sleep is what we need. How do you feel, Mr. Berg? You feel sleepy?
What?
Well, there's your answer. Would you like some magic potion for sleeping, Mahari? I have a little left.
I'm quite all right. I appreciate that.
So Gun Princess gets up and she leans forward to kind of like pat you on the shoulder, Mahari, but she stumbles a little bit and ends up just kind of putting her hand on your face. Just kind of pets the side of your face, and she's like, "If you're not gonna fight me, I'm gonna go to bed." And she turns around and like starts walking away.
Yeah.
She walks by Ramus and Little Action, and she says to Ramus, like on her way, and she's like taking her like coat off and just leaves it on the ground. And she looks at Little Action, and she's like, "I like these guys. They like to party." And she like walks past you.
Next time we should work a trade out of some smoke for some wine.
So yeah, Yodazo just passes out face down in the grass. Berg is probably mumbling to himself, like cradling the jug. Mari, you look around at all of this chaos around you.
Ramus, you're still up?
Yeah, I'm still chatting with the other guy
Yeah.
before we go to bed.
I'll walk over to Ramus and just. I don't know if I interrupt the two of you having a conversation or if the conversation's already done.
Yeah, we're probably wrapping up.
Okay.
I'm just walking away now.
Yeah.
Sorry, that made me laugh at him. Good job.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just walk over and say, how upset do you think Yiltud would be if I smashed that jug of his tonight?
Probably more than if someone broke your sword.
All right, you've talked me out of it.
Like, that's pretty serious.
I don't suppose you have any spells that'll put me to sleep, do you?
I don't, but are you saying that you're just going to give up?
Give up on what? Sleeping?
You're going to let this puny little world stop you from sleeping? You're just going to give up on this battle? You're just going to let him win?
I see.
I didn't think you were a coward, but apparently that's what I'm hearing.
I see what you're doing, Ramus.
What am I doing? I'm just talking with you.
I'm not Berg.
Berg like heard his name. Yeah. You just hear him.
Right?
Yeah. And we both look at Berg and I say, I'm not Berg.
Well, he's sleeping though. He'll be useful tomorrow. Someone else will not be if they don't get over the little pansiness and sleep.
Well, I was coming to you for help, but Instead, I got a scolding. So good night.
Which is what you needed. Now go to sleep.
I'll just walk off and find a place and like put up like a bedroll. Close my eyes. I'll try. I don't know what would be a way to try and meditate, but poorly, having never done it before. Like
It'd be a religion check with like with maybe disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that then.
Just get out your iPhone, download a meditation app, see if it works. If you can't help but think about work. Yeah, do it.
Yeah. I'll meditate on with perhaps like the sword as the focal point, because I think he's probably or I think Maharib has done that before at one point, whether it was to like convene with the sword or something. But that's what he'll meditate on. So this is with disadvantage. A 4.
Okay. So what is it that distracts you? Because a big part of like meditating is clearing your mind of thought. And the big thing that combats it is like you are too in your body. Like you can feel like the place you're sitting, you can feel like your clothes, and you just feel like your body is tired and stuff. So that's a big one. Or you have like invasive thoughts, like stuff just keeps creeping into your brain. What is it that keeps Maharib from being able to focus his mind?
The fact that he died or fell in combat. Like that
Oh,
hasn't,
yeah. So you're
he hasn't
feeling like
openly said
failure?
that at all, but like that's been on his brain the entire time since he woke up.
And so what is your emotional response to that? Is it frustration? Is it anger? Is it fear?
Probably a little mix of both. Like more anger than fear, but the root of the anger is fear in that sense.
Yeah, I mean that's true of a lot of anger, right? Where you're not really angry primarily, you're afraid, and then your fear responds with anger. Yeah, totally. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So Maharib would probably think that he is just angry, but there's some seed under that of like, oh dear, like bad things happen to me.
Right.
You get a little bit of traumatic stress disorder. Okay, yeah, I hear that. Okay, so Maharib and Berg both need to make Constitution saving throws, having gone another day without rest. Berg, yours is 10. Maharib's yours is 15.
Would you? I was drunk though.
Yeah, you get wasted and you're hungover a little bit, but you don't
on.
sleep. It's not the drinking. And in fact, Yotazo, you don't get a long rest either. Yeah. So you're just like drunk and flopping around all night until you start
Bastard.
sobering up, and then you're sober and can't sleep and hungover.
So you
That's like the worst
basically
feeling, too.
you gave us the worst possible feeling when you're drinking is you're awake the entire time you feel the hangover coming.
And you can't pass out, and you you wake up at like 5 a.m. because you like left the window open. And you're like,
regret
I can't sleep and I'm dying. Yeah, it's bad.
Never gonna drink again.
So yeah, make those saves. So Berg, yours
Constitution?
is currently at 10. Constitution saving throw. Yeah.
Yota's is 10 as well, right? Because it's his first.
Yota doesn't have to make one because this is just his first
first night.
free
Okay.
day.
All right.
Yeah.
Berg makes it. Mine's 15.
Yours is 15. Yep. Okay. So Berg, you're
26.
fine. Okay. So you're both fine. Nobody takes a level of exhaustion, but your next night, if you don't sleep, they go up to 15 and 20.
Well, we still got 8 HP, so that's great. I do.
And Yota, yours goes at 10 for this thing. Okay. Yeah. So the next morning, the same as before, or morning, the end of the next cycle, you are awakened once more. And I assume this time, Maharib, you don't make any effort to stop Yotazo from
Oh no, I'm
making
there
more,
first thing in the morning.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so it's
So Yota didn't sleep, so he's awake but trying really hard to be asleep when you walk over.
yeah. And this morning I don't give a shit if I wake him up, so it's just
I don't even fight you. I just hand it over, dude. I don't fucking want anything to do with it.
Get this devil jug away from me.
great.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I walk over, grab the jug, turn it to honey. And
Water? How about something useful? Jesus.
no, we'll do honey. Well,
Yeah,
it's
man.
it's what? Well, I don't think Maharib's ever turned it to anything but honey, right? So, and I don't know if it's ever been
Hopefully not bud honey.
not bud honey, but I don't think it's ever been described that that he can use anything
That it can do
else.
other things.
Yeah.
No, I think you can tell. I think you know. As soon as you touch it. It's a magic item, so.
Okay, then yeah, I do water and I drink all of it.
Oh, I think I might actually
Do you
just
wanna-
say that like anything but honey, please. Water. I'm like fucking thirsty as fuck. Water would
Did
be-
you know? Here's an interesting Dungeons and Dragons anachronism. So probably in the world at large, mayonnaise has not been invented yet because it's a technology of the mid 1750s. But this jug can create mayonnaise despite it not having been invented yet. What a magical jug! It's important to know these things. Future jug. I guess it could also make like energy drinks and like vodka and Red Bull.
Could it make Brondo? It's got what plants crave.
It can make all
Bird
kinds
craves.
of delicious future drinks.
Yeah, okay, I turn it to water and I'll take a big swig.
Okay.
And I like take a big swig and then I just pour it on Yoda's face. Yeah, and then like I throw the jug down.
Thank you. Bad news, though. I did not sleep. It was not the alcohol that that allowed it to happen. It was whatever they brought with them. Whatever the business gave me in this flask. I'm probably betraying a trust, but I need to. You need sleep. I need sleep. Everybody but Ramus seems to not be able to sleep in this place without some sort of help. Oh, I wish you could understand how terrible this is. I've always been able to sleep it off before. I had to stay awake through every phase, and it is not good.
Perhaps you'll remember that the next time you're faced with taking another swig from the jug. I will continue
I have a book.
asking.
I shall write it down.
So in the next episode, Maharib makes Gun Princess smoke a whole carton.
Yeah.
That'll teach you. You could have killed somebody.
Yeah. So yeah, I walk over to Ramus too and just say, the others didn't sleep, so. And then it just kind of like stares straight at him.
Well, must be whatever they gave Yoda then. Maybe there's something in it to let you sleep.
Maybe so. You seem to
Because
get along with them.
you are not looking very good. Are you all right? You haven't slept in days.
I'll manage. But we should perhaps ask them if we could have whatever it was that Yoda took the other night.
Our deck gets bigger and bigger,
Yes.
but you need it.
I can continue on, but I don't know if the others can.
I've gotten up by this point and joined you guys.
How's Berg doing? Let's cut over to old Berg there.
He's literally
How
just
are you doing?
he's like holding back tears. He's just staring at them blankly like this. Just
I think the first step is to find out if there's anything they value other than that juice they carry. Or if there's anything we can provide that they can't provide themselves.
Perhaps that, but I don't know.
I walk over to Berg, kind of like crouched like on my haunches, and I put my jug in front of him. Don't worry, it's just water. Drink.
You said I would be able to sleep. I regret everything.
I'm very sorry, my good orc. I am in the same situation as you. I'm wishing for death, but sweet release will not come. Well, best not say that too loud. They might
Not the same.
help us out with that.
You slept once. I have not.
Once.
My head hurts so much. Give me the water.
I help him like pour it into his mouth. That's good. That's good, right? Oh, water's good.
If you are doing that, Bird doesn't care. He just wants the water.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
no.
right. Or you leave your camp and you realize you left the oven on where you were trying to make pizza last night, and the pizza's still on the counter. Never made it into the oven. Your
Shit all
shoes
over
in the sink.
floor. Your knee hurts for some reason because you fell and you just remembered.
There's a bunch of receipts from the 7-Eleven in your pocket. And you don't know why. Yep. So yeah, you all feel like shit, except for Ramus Krill.
Yeah.
And and everybody gathers their stuff up, and you head for the edge of the woods.
I want like immediately first thing is approach the business.
Yeah.
And say I'm whatever you had that you gave me was the only sleep any of us have gotten besides Ramus. Is there any way that you have enough to spare for a night of sleep for me and the big ones? We are exhausted in this land. Maybe we could find it, produce it.
She kind of looks at you, and she says, "What, that slug of eel I gave you the other day?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you didn't have that much."
A little was all it took.
Well, and she reaches into her coat, takes out her flask, and she just hands it to you. She says, I don't need it. You're welcome to try.
What is in it?
She just shrugs.
Fucking great.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Is there a place that you buy this or cure it?
She nods.
In the
Got a
place we're
bottle.
going?
She says, I've got a whole bottle back in my room. I got it in Gray Market. It's not that expensive. It's not exactly top shelf stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a sense of taste, but not on the road.
It must react with our bodies being from the other realm and behaves as to help accommodate us. I don't know. This
She
land.
shakes her head and she says, whatever is going to help you, literally whatever is going to help you sleep at night.
I will let the others know. Thank you very much. I apologize if I did or said anything last night that may have crossed any lines with anybody. I'm not sure if something like that happened.
She shakes her head and she says, I went off to practice and Gun Princess was in bed and The election hasn't said anything. I think you and your greenish friend just cuddled all night. It was cute, really.
Oh, don't make me laugh, please. Thank you.
Shake
I walk away.
Okay. Yeah. So you have this vial or whatever. You have this stuff, this blackish kind of anise and Clorox tasting alcohol. Do you take it back to your friends right away, or
Yes.
shake it a little bit? There's probably enough that like each of you could take a shot. Like it's like a little metal flask. So
Sure. Well,
trying to
like
get
just
fucked up
because
in the
I
middle of
just
the
I just took a swig last time, so I'm guessing like
Yeah.
I judge and see if there's enough of a swig for all of us to take the same amount, and hopefully we can.
yeah, sure. Yeah, you can each get like a shot of it. There's like 3 ounces in there, maybe.
Are we doing this now?
Not in the middle of the day. I think you.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we can't do this later. Right?
If you bring it,
Sure,
on,
yeah.
I'm just bringing it back.
Okay.
I
thought you were just like,
come
"Wow."
back- I've returned with the flask that I drank that allowed me to sleep. Some sort of slug or bug or something juice that the business procures in the city. She has said has a bottle of it at her home. Now she has told us that she lives in Opportunity.
Yeah. I mean, they don't live there, but yes, that's
A room,
Yes.
or whatever. All right. She has a bottle of it where we're going, but it appears to be enough for at least one night before we arrive. So before we camp for the night, this will hopefully work for all of us. And bear in mind, it didn't have any effects on my thinking or anything like alcohol does. It might have consumed in great quantities, but I only had a sip.
fair enough.
If it does, I am going to murder you, Yotazo.
I will thankfully accept.
Don't worry. You'll probably come back with the thing, a scar.
Maybe it'll be worth a try. Maybe if we get to that point. Let's just get this fucking day over with.
Yeah, I look at Ramus and just say, "Further into debt we go," and start like walking.
Yes. We should be off.
okay. Yeah. So you have in hand this potentially curative liquor that might help you get some sleep, and you head into the jungle. And I think probably that's where we fade for this break, as the group of you head out into the woods and change the scene.
Cool. All right, we're gonna take.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll take a break. We'll come back and have the second half of episode 106 here of Court of Swords right after this. We'll see you guys in about 5 or 6 minutes here. See you then.